So let's talk about you for a few minutes. I was chatting to you in Dublin a couple of weeks ago. You were down for the Rumble in Dublin show, and you were saying you were, was it 36 or 35 or 36 now as a professional coach?
37 I know it is now. So it is, as a professional coach, yeah. And I wasn't really keeping track of it. I wasn't really thinking too much about it. But Dynamic Mackin, Kronk coach, had said to me, no, I realise a good string of wins and we're undefeated. And he said to me, you've so many wins. And I was going to check it up, but he told me how many there was, and I just kept checking it.
So throw off a couple of names you've been in the corner with. Obviously Riggin, you were in Riggin, Connor.
Riggin, I've done a bit of hard work in Riggin, when he's fighting Malik Casey, and was in his corner at the time. And Acosta, who's now named Alexi Colado, and Alexi was world junior champion, Cuban. And he was a tremendous wee boxer. He won most of his fights, first round, second round knockout, when I was actually training him. I'm not saying I'm great or anything, but I'd say Alexi's the one who's great. I do get carried away. But and Louis Garcia, who was described as the best prospect in the world, and he was, because he was 20 years of age, one pro win, and he sparred Carl Frack, who was fighting for the world title. And to be honest, he was getting a better Frack, he was handling him, and I seen him sparring other contenders, and Louis Garcia was dynamite prospect. I was training him, doing he's one-on-ones. Make part of the 3 Cubans, and D. Welch, Tennyson, Max Shane, and Lafon Guamachava, a Georgian boxer who we're going over. Guamachava beat the Olympic gold medalist Rosnell Iglesias, and he as a pro, he's fought some very good fighters. Ex-European champion Giuseppe Laura, he knocked him out in 2 rounds, and he turned pro at 26. He's 29, 27, 28. And LaFon is definitely, he's over Miami now. He's managed by Gary Head. He's over in Miami, and he's got a very good chance of becoming world champion.
Before we finish, just you mentioned the 3 Cubans, Cork-based Cubans. Obviously, Perez has a fight coming up, But from what I've seen, they one of the 3 of the probably best fighters I've ever seen, kind of grace a professional ring in Ireland. But they just haven't seemed to develop. Is it to do with boxing in Ireland, or what is it?
No, as far as the 3 Cuban boxers were concerned, Gary Head got them over. He got them out of Cuba. He's the only one to do that when Cuba get them out. And as far as the way he looked after them concerned, he looked after them 3 guys better than anyone could look after them. I mean, in the ring, outside the ring, they were well looked after. You're talking about like first class. And the training, the spar partners, a whole lot. And then he just couldn't seem to work with them again, because they're, in all honesty, I thought were 3 great fellas. No, but as far as dedication is concerned and commitment to boxing, Garcia basically does not want to be a boxer. That's why he hasn't fought over here. I'd say Perez is not too far behind him. He does not want to box. They're over here, and that's just very sad, because they're the 3 best prospects in the world. Acosta would be the one more who wants to do a bit, but they just lack motivation. And over here, and I think Acosta's going to Melma. But as far as their talent's concerned, they've got the best talent in the business. Commitment is, for Garcia and Perez, commitment is 0.
Because Alexi is super bantamweight. When you look at Carl Frampton, Willie Casey, and a couple of these guys, you'd really fancy him, wouldn't you?
Alexi, the 3 of them, as I say, could go on to win world titles and do a lot more than that there. But if the commitment's not there, dedication's not there, you're just blowing against the wind the whole time. And that's why Gary Head decided just to pass him on their manager now, who is also doing a very good job. And but you can bring a horse of water, but and you can bring red rum to water, but if he's not drinking it, you just have nothing to do about it.
Okay, I suppose and I will finish up at this, the Kronk Gym here in Belfast, and obviously the Kronk has been in the news lately, obviously with the death of Emmanuel Stewart. Obviously you would have known, had connections there. It must have been a sad time for yourself.
Emmanuel Stewart, a very surprising thing. Emmanuel Stewart just died in a few months of illness, because I was with Emmanuel Stewart. I stayed in his house. I was in Las Vegas with them and all. Klitschko was fighting Danny Williams and Andy Lee and all, fighting Madison Square Gardens. As far as Emmanuel Stewart's concerned, he looked after himself 100%, even like in hotels and all. He had fruit and all the best. And he always says, to me, one time my doctor says I'm going to live to 127, things like that. But it just shows you, that illness just struck him down, and I was really shocked with it. And Emmanuel Stewart is the greatest trainer of all times, because he started all them kids, as I was saying to you before, from 7, 8, 9, 10 years of age, brought them all up. Swim 40 world champions. When also Dundee got Sugar Ray Leonard and Cassius Clay, both of them were all that Olympic gold medalists, you know what I mean? So my man was Stuart's a man, you know what I mean? He's the best, and it was just very sudden that the way he died there, and it was very sad. And it was a place upstairs, I'm sure he'll be in it.
Look, Tony, thanks very much for allowing us into the gym this morning, and sure we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks very much. It was my pleasure, and call up anytime. It was good to see you.
Thanks very much.
Thanks.